Hello everyone. In this session we will see the method of separation of variables for the partial differential equations. So it is method of separation of variables. Basically, this method of separation of variables involves finding solution of partial differential equations which are of product form. So this u function of x and t is probably of the form x and t of t, where this x of x is function of x only and this t of t is function of t only. So in this case we are assuming that the unknown u is actually function of product of functions of two variable, right? This is function of small x, this is function of small t, and in that case we can apply this method of separation of variables, although it is not required that all the partial differential equations are of this form only. There can be non-separable forms also for the partial differential equation. So let's see also, now that these two functions are independent somewhere, because this is function of x only and this is function of t only, then we'll see like how to approach or find the solutions. Let's say solve d2z by dx square, or let's take it u only, is equal to minus 2d plus, this is actually minus, du by dy equal to 0. So this is d2u by dx2 minus 2 times of du by dx plus du by dy equal to 0. Now we'll assume that this u is a function of x, product of the form x of x and y of y. Of course, where x is the function of x only and y is the function of y only, like we have already discussed. Then we can see that if we have to find d2u by dx2, or I'm directly writing it as uxx, this means it is partial derivative in terms of x twice, second order. So this can be written as x double dash y. Why? Because this y is independent of x, so when we are differentiating with respect to x, this y term will be taken as a constant. Similarly, the next term is du by dx. So let's take it ux. In that case, this is going to be simply x dash times of y, and next one is du by dy. So this is uy, which will be x times of y dash. In that case, this equation can be written as this one, x double dash y minus 2 times of x dash y, and let's take the other term on the other side because it is properly of the term with respect to y. So minus of this is x y dash, right? Now we can separate this y from left hand side and write it as x double dash minus 2x dash times of y equal to minus x y dash, which we can write as x double dash minus 2x dash by x is equal to minus y dash by y, right? Now that we have assumed that x is a function of x only and y is a function of y only, somewhere x and y are independent. And in that case, this equation will be valid only if they are proportional in terms of a constant, right? Let's say k. Any other relation will make x and y dependent, right? So there are only one possibility, that this by this numerator by denominator, and this numerator and denominator are some way equal to one constant. If they are equal in terms of x and y, they will become dependent, right? So we are assuming that the relation is proportional to a constant k. In that case, now what we can do is we can separate both of them. Like the first one can be written as x double dash minus 2x dash by x is equal to k, and the second one is minus y dash by y equal to k, right? We have separated it, and now we can actually find, like we have it in the terms of ordinary differential equation in terms of x and then in terms of y. So this one can be written as x double dash minus 2x dash, this x will come this side, and then on the other side it will come as minus k times of x equal to 0. Similarly, this equation will become minus y dash, this becomes yk, and then minus yk equal to 0, right? So this is how we can write it. So now if you see, this is nothing but a second order equation in terms of ordinary differential equations, right? So in order to find the roots, we can form an auxiliary equation here. The auxiliary equation can be of the form, in this case it will be m square minus 2m minus k equal to 0. Whereas in this case, let's not take this k, otherwise this k is fine. In this case we can also write it as y dash plus yk equal to 0 by removing the negative terms. So in that case, the auxiliary equation can be m plus k equal to 0. So probably this is going to give the roots. Roots are going to be this minus b, so that is 2, plus and minus b square minus 4ac, that is 4 minus 4k. So minus and minus plus 4k. 4 plus 4k by 2. This becomes 1 plus minus under root of 1 plus k, right? And this one will simply become m equal to minus k. Fine. So we have got the roots on for both the cases. Now there are possibility that this root, this term 1 plus k can be positive. In that case, we will have real and real and different roots. In case this 1 plus k becomes 0, we will have real and equal roots for this case. And in case 1 plus k becomes, let's say, negative, so in that case we will have complex conjugate roots, and accordingly also we can have sine and cosine functions for the solutions, right? We have seen this in the linear equations for the constant coefficient. Similarly, we can find different solutions for the different case of k being positive, negative, this 1 plus k being negative, positive, or 0. And this is simple. This is one linear equation of first order, so there is nothing much to discuss about this. M is equal to minus k, right? So in that case, let us assume that 1 plus k is going to be positive. That is, we are going to get real and different roots. In that case, this x is going to be c1 times of e to the power of 1 plus under root of 1 plus k times of x, and the other one will be c2 times of e to the power of 1 minus under root of 1 plus k times of x. So these are two roots we are going to have. Other than that, for this k is equal to, d is equal to, m is equal to minus k, in this case we are going to get y equal to c3, let's say another constant, e to the power of minus ky. So these are the possible set we can get, and in that case we can find the solution, the final solution u, which is x of x and into y of y, can be given as c1 e to the power of 1 plus k times of y plus c2 e to the power of 1 minus under root of 1 plus k times of y, times of x. These two are times of x. These both terms are times of x, and into c3 into e to the power of minus ky. That's it. This will be the solution. In case if we have any conditions given, then we can also find the unknowns c1, c2 and c3, right?